Hey guys, it's Mick here and my little buddy Luca. A lot of people have been asking me if I could demo my pedal board for you guys and show how I kind of use everything. So today we're going to do that. If you see right here, I've got a deluxe reverb with a vintage 30 in it and a Stratocaster. There's the board. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I get it on now. Let's see if we can So right here we got the wah. So everybody knows this is an RMC wah that's been modded by Analog Man. It has an LED light so you can tell when it's on. So it goes a little like this. Kind of sitting on the floor here, so it's hard to demo something that you kind of have to stand up to do with your foot. But everybody knows what a wah sounds like. So next we have the Jam Pedals Octarus. So what I really like about that octave fuzz is that it's, I think it's the best on the market. There's not too many of them. Every kind of note pops out as an octave, which is incredibly rare with that type of gear. So that's the Jam Pedals fuzz phrase, which I also think is the best fuzz face clone you can kind of get out of there. It just gives you this like really thick, rich sound. Like, I really enjoy that. And then we have the Super Fuzz, probably my favorite pedal of all time. You know, you can get that kind of big muff tone, but also an octave tone. So here's how it kind of works. And then we got the tuner, which also acts as a buffer. I think after the fuzzes, you want to have a tuner and a buffer. It's really important towards your overall tone and retaining some of the high end and volume. We have the Eventide H9, which is the only multi-effects unit I'll say I really love. And I love most of the sounds on it. It's incredibly easy to use with the app. That is the one pain of it, that you do have to open the app. However, I think it's really compact. It sounds really great. I use a lot for the pitch shifting, and I also use it a lot for like reverse, some of the more ambient tones that it can get out of it. I think it really does that well. So this is the pitch shift right now, where it's like a harmonizer. I really like this sound. And I'll use it with the fuzz phrase, so you'll hear it. now we're going to go to the Klon KTR. I would say a huge reason I have a Klon KTR and not another Klon clone, like a lot of manufacturers make great ones, is there's something about the feel of the KTR or a real Klon that somehow Bill Finnegan is able to give you, and none of the other manufacturers seem to be able to do that. So I'm not sure what he's doing. He must be sourcing some special parts or know something that someone else doesn't. However, there's a lot of ones where they sound like it, they just don't seem to give you the feel of the KTR. So this is the KTR. I think it's the best just light gain boost that you could possibly buy. Yeah, and then we have the King of Tone, which I've had for pretty much as long as the KTR. It gives you a blues breaker on both sides, so blues breaker circuit is similar to a Klon in that it's a transparent overdrive. A lot of people don't necessarily like the word transparent, but it just means it's not coloring your tone too much. It's just kind of giving you a little more oomph and grit and compression maybe. So, and then the red side. The Zen drive we got right here. This is an original Hermida Audio Zen drive. It's signed by Alfonso Hermida inside it. I love the Dumble sound. I love the overdrive that it provides. I think that's the best overdrive sound that you can get from an amp, is the Dumble sound. But they're incredibly rare, incredibly expensive, and you're not really gonna get pedals to really work with it well as you would with a Fender. So in some ways it's better to have a Fender than a Dumble, unless you just want that great overdrive or clean tones that Dumble can provide. So here's the Zen drive for you. And here is my Free the Tone 10-band EQ. I think everybody should have an EQ pedal on the board. You can do so much with an EQ. I think this is the best on the market. I had a digital one that was not analog dry-through, and basically the digital signal with something like a vintage fuzz would totally wreck the sound, and I just didn't enjoy it. So I now am using the Free the Tone. I think it's the best one because I wanted presets on it so that I didn't have to be messing around with the knobs. And this guy, I use it as a treble boost, a mid boost, a bass cut, a lo-fi machine. You know, you can use a lot, but basically it's like more mid-range, then you switch, and now you get more treble. Or we have a bass cut with a treble boost. And then lo-fi. Yeah, that's just some of the presets right there. We have the Origin Effects Cali 76 after that. This is a stacked edition compressor. I think it's the best compressor pedal on the market. It's like having a few compressors in one. You basically are getting a compressor where you can go from really light compression like this, and then you can up it and get a a volume boost, obviously. Its origin effects is very high quality, obviously. Compressors, I think, are great to have, even just a slight compression always on. It just improves your sound. It helps you play much cleaner. Your notes really pop out. Not everybody's down for having one always, but it's great to have. Luca, where? So next we have the Arigato phaser. This guy is extremely high quality from Caroline Guitar Pedals Company. Everything about it is very well built. The phaser I like to use is like a slow speed like this. Alright, I'm gonna switch. So next we have the Analog Man Bi-Chorus, which I really love the Analog Man Bi-Chorus because not only do you get this amazing chorus tone like this, your typical, you would think, chorus, but you can immediately switch it and now you're getting a rotary sound. And you can adjust the speed on it, so that's why you're able to go from slow to fast chorus, and that would probably be my favorite modulation effect right there. Next we go to the Asheville Music Tools AFG1. It's a analog flanger. He basically allows you to do anything with a flanger pedal that you could think of with this. I love just straight up flange. And then we have the Crazy 8 tremolo pedal. The reason I have the Crazy 8 tremolo pedal is because, again, allows me to kind of manipulate the tremolo into exactly the sound I want. I tend to want to switch up my tremolo a little bit here and there, have slower, faster speeds. So this guy lets you do this. And you can sort of switch over. So yeah, I really like that one. Now we switch over to the Analoger ADG one from Asheville Music Tools. Again, probably the best Bucket Brigade delay pedal on the market right now. You can do whatever you want. You can sort of add modulation into it, not have it. You can affect the drive. You can switch from one Bucket Brigade to two Bucket Brigades. There's nothing it really can't do, so check this out. So next we're switching over to the Free the Tone Future Factory, which I think is, again, I used to use a lot of other digital delays. I think this one's the best. It kind of allows you to manipulate the tone of the delay in any which way you want. So I always love that about it. It also has the presets, so you can go from, you know, just a simple delay like that to maybe a little slightly different, slower. And then I really like this where I have like a slapback, like just thickener delay. And then last but not least, we have the Universal Audio Studio Reverb Evermore. And the thing I like about this recent addition to the board is that it's essentially like having a mini lexicon on the board. I always loved the sound of the lexicon reverb that was really popular. Studio reverb still is a very popular studio reverb. It allows you to affect the bass, middle, and treble, so you get some EQ. Hall reverb has always been really my favorite, so it allows you to have that sort of hall reverb. And I like that it's compact and, you know, not taking up too much space on my board. So this is sort of how it sounds. Could do a large hall here. I usually keep a very light reverb, not too much on there. I have a spring tank reverb in the deluxe reverb, so this is just sort of for like a very nice room kind of sound that will sort of fill up your tone. A lot of these, what we're doing with these pedals is trying to fill up the tonality and make you sound like your playing is a little more interesting. When you're a guitar player, you know, you're trying to fill up frequencies, and that's what a lot of these pedals do for you. They make it sound larger than life, and that's what I really love about them. And they basically, this board has been a part of my life now for the greater part of several years. It's been a really long journey trying to find who I am as a guitarist, finding what pedals I enjoyed the most, and essentially working with what I have and what was on the market. And this board has definitely given me that. Oh, and we're using Chalk's DC7 power supply, and we also have a Temple Audio board for anyone that cares. I've gone through many boards. The Temple Audio one just is really nice. Really, I like the power modules and that it holds the Chalk's DC7 underneath it. Chalk's, I've met the guy before. He makes, honestly, the best ones on the market. They're super compact. They have a ton of output, low noise. The cabling, it doesn't feel cheap. I'm all about getting quality stuff the first time. So I would highly suggest getting a Chalk's power supply. I'm not being paid or endorsed to say that. I just think that it's fantastic power supply. And so, yeah, I think everybody should have a pedal board if you are a guitar player. And this particular board is mine. And I hope that you all enjoyed my sort of demo here, and now you have a better understanding of what I do and how I go about all my sounds, and that these aren't just toys. They're, you know, tools to be used to enhance your tone, help you play with a band, help you sit in a mix, and make music more enjoyable. So yeah, signing off, you guys, and have a good one.